You are logged into BlueJayTV.com, where we are broadcasting from the campus of Elmhurst College. Welcome again, everybody, to Senior Night here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Tonight's CCIW battle is the rivalry between the North Central College Cardinals and, of course, your Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Both of these teams tonight are sitting on a 4-7 CCIW record. Very tight overall records. Elmhurst 9-13, North Central 8-14. Tonight is a very special night for the seniors that are all a part of this program that compiles the Elmhurst College women's basketball team. You're watching Rashida Joyner, joined by Renee Joyner, her mother, tonight. Rashida is a 2-year letter winner for the Blue Jays after transferring from Elmhurst. In 2 seasons, she has played in 46 games, including 44 as a starter. She has career totals of 250 points, 166 rebounds, 127 assists, 52 steals, and 12 blocked shots. This season, Joyner ranked on the second on the squad in assists with 48, while averaging 3.4 points and 4.3 rebounds per game. Number 23 for the Blue Jays, Claire Gentry. She's a 4-year letter winner who has played in 77 career games for the Blue Jays. A career total point of 138, 161 assists, 133 rebounds, and 52 steals. She has appeared in 2 games this season while recovering from an injury, and she is the daughter of Ty and Carol Gentry. Nice to see these ladies out there being greeted, of course, by the underclassmen with flowers and gifts in celebration of their dedication to the program throughout their 4 years. Coach Warner was especially pleased and is recognizing tonight as a special moment. She came into the program 4 years ago, so she basically watched these women develop as players and understands that this is a special night for these ladies. Welcome CJ Harris to the middle of the floor. She's number 25 for the Blue Jays. CJ is a 4-year letter winner for the Blue Jays. She's appeared in 82 games. Career totals of 224 points, 117 rebounds, 79 assists, 60 steals, 25 blocked shots. She played in all 22 games, making 8 starts this season. Really came around towards the end of the season for the Blue Jays. Really stepped it up. She's averaging 4.6 points per game, 2.3 rebounds per game. She's the daughter of Joseph Harris and Dorothy Williams. You're seeing Coach Warner hugging her players and very proud of this team and the way that these girls represent themselves, just kind of being able to talk to Coach Warner before the game. The character, the amount of character that these girls have off the court is what's very important. And of course, their 4 years here at Elmhurst. And to round things out tonight, number 13, Kelsey Monroe. You recognize her. She's a star on this team, 4-year letter winner for the Blue Jays. She's appeared in 97 career contests, 75 as a starter. Very impressive there for Monroe. Of course, you know her as the special 3-point shooter. In 4 seasons, she has a career total of 785 points, 227 rebounds, 211 assists, 138 steals, and 34 blocked shots. She set Elmhurst College single-season records for 3-point percentage and free throw percentage during the 2007-08 season. Her 99 career three-pointers currently ranks 4th in school history, and this season she has played in all 22 contests, making 20 starts. Kelsey averages 8.6 points per game, 2.9 rebounds per game, while leading the team in assists with 49. She is the daughter of Randy and Michelle Monroe. Fans are all standing now, giving a hand to these fine young ladies who have developed as very special basketball players in this program, and Coach Warner is very proud of these ladies. We'll come back to you very shortly after this break, and we'll have the starting lineups and, of course, the competition between the North Central College Cardinals and the Elmhurst College Blue Jays.
I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program. We're like sisters. It was instant friends as soon as I came here. Every year, the seniors get to pick places where we want to go for a tournament. So we've been to California, Colorado, Boston, and it's just been a fun experience because not only do we play volleyball, we also get to do touristy types of things. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close.
We're actually really good this year. There's 23 of us on the team, so it's quite a large team. We were close friends. A lot of the teammates lived together with other teammates. In high school, I wasn't like the most organized person because sports were just kind of like a side note in high school. Here, you have to really balance yourself. Division III, it's more academics first, softball second. So our coach really strives on the academic portion of the school. And I mean, just like yesterday, we had a game. I went to class and came late to the game instead, but the game was canceled, luckily. Like softball's really kind of taught me some organization skills, I guess.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the campus of Elmhurst College. I'm Gina Veneer, broadcasting live from RA Faginal Hall. It is my rookie debut, folks, for play-by-play here tonight. I am so honored to be here. We're going to start with the starting lineups here for the North Central College Cardinals. Right now on the floor, you just saw Jenny Swanson come out. She's a guard out of Oak Forest, Illinois. She's starting for the Cardinals tonight. Kristen Carl. She's a senior out of Lockport, Illinois for the Cardinals, and Emily Collins, the 5'10" junior out of Aurora, played at Waubonsie Valley for her high school career. And the 5'11" senior Jackie Arico. Big matchup between Arico and Merklin tonight. Look for that later on in the game. Arico is out of Blue Island, Illinois, played at Marion Catholic. And rounding up the starting lineup for the Cardinals is Sophie Newson, 5'7" sophomore out of Chicago. Now we are ready for the big production in welcoming our Elmhurst Blue Jays lady basketball team here tonight. Starters for tonight's game. Number 12, the 5'5" junior out of St. Charles, Illinois, Jordan Maisto. What a player she's been and stepped up as a freshman for this team. The senior, number 13, Kelsey Monroe. Kelsey played at West Chicago High School 4 years ago, celebrating senior night tonight here at Elmhurst College. Megan Fitz making a starting appearance, the freshman out of Byron, Illinois. Of course, you're seeing the two Megans in the lineup tonight, of course, in Megan Merklin, the junior out of Plainfield, and Megan Ney, the junior out of Carroll Stream, Illinois. It's Blue Jay basketball, ladies and gentlemen, here on Blue Jay TV. I, again, am Gina Veneer. Next to my producer, Glenn. It's going to be a great night tonight, a big rivalry against these two teams. The Cardinals and the Blue Jays always are in tight battles between them. And the past few years, it's kind of just been just that, a tight game between the two. Usually comes down to the last few minutes, even seconds of the game between these two, and you could definitely call it a CCIW rival. Talking to the two coaches before tonight's game, they both agreed to it. It's an important game for both of these teams to kind of come out and play strong. Both of them do indeed have a chance here in this tough CCIW conference. Breaking it down for you for this season, Illinois Wesleyan is on top by a long run. They're 10-1 so far, their overall record in the CCIW. In second is Milliken, followed by Wheaton, Carthage. Elmhurst is sitting at that 5th spot right now. However, they are tied with North Park at 4-7. Elmhurst suffering a tough loss against North Park earlier this week, and North Central and Augustana cleaning up that bottom end of the CCIW standings. So it's a very important game. Both of these teams do have an opportunity with a lot of luck and the way that things could play out amongst other teams to have a chance here in this CCIW tournament. Kelsey Monroe taking a shot here to start things off. Missing the senior in the starting lineup. Of course, tonight is senior night, so it'll be a celebration before and after the game. Seniors are going to be signing autographs and having a good time with the fans, of course, after the game. North Central taking things to the court right away with Collins, but no good. Maisto talked about her being a freshman in the starting lineup tonight. Very impressive career so far here at Elmhurst, as Megan Ney puts one up for two. First 2 points of the game belonging to the Blue Jays. Carl takes the ball up here at the top of the key. Over to Arico. And Arico spots up and just misses there at the top of the rim. Back in the hands of the Blue Jays. Maisto right side to Fitz. Ney at the top of the key. Monroe, Maisto just missed the 15-footer, and Monroe back with the rebound, tries the left-handed layup, but no good. Swatted away, and North Central now will have possession again. Christine Carl, the point guard for the Cardinals, takes the ball up, the senior. Back to Arico, and now in the hands of Swanson. Arico fires one, no good. Monroe will take the ball up for the Blue Jays. Kelsey to Maisto on the right side, sets a pick for the freshman, and Fitz, another freshman in the lineup tonight. Spots up for the three-pointer. Big rebound there for Merklin. And it looks to be an offensive foul on Megan Merklin. That's, of course, Megan Merklin's first personal foul in the night here, just a couple of minutes within the game. And Merklin committing her first foul. Carl, bounce pass there to Bowick, who just entered the game, and Christine Carl spots up and misses that one. Merklin down the left side of the court, looking for help. Fitz to Maisto, to Monroe in the corner. Maisto doing a good job swinging the ball around. And now a foul committed against the North Central College Cardinals. Collins' first foul for the Cardinals, and Ney will inbounds the basketball looking for Merklin. And another foul committed as Merklin was going up for the two-pointer. She'll find herself on the free throw line. Merklin, a big part of this basketball team, as just taking a look at her record as a junior. Been a huge asset to this team and somebody that Coach Warner is especially pleased to have a part of this roster. She's averaging 13 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game. Leads the team in free throw percentage at 83% as she makes 1 of 2, sinking that last shot. 3-0 here in favor of the Blue Jays. North Central now in possession with Swanson kicking it over to Carl. Looking but cannot find. Back to Swanson, drives and loses control. North Central still looking for their first points of the game as we're winding down within the first 3 minutes of the first half. Maisto to Monroe. To Fitz at the top of the key. Back to Monroe. Merklin doing a good job working hard in the inside and goes up for a two-pointer and misses. She'll hustle back on defense. Monroe guarding Arico. Arico to Newson. And Newson puts one up. And the foul. Chance here for the three-point play. Sophie Newson for the Cardinals, the sophomore out of Chicago, averaging 8.1 points per game. And again, both of these players that have landed themselves on the free throw line lead their team in free throw percentage. Newson, an 87% free throw shooter. Newson putting 3 points on the board for her team, tying this thing up. Merklin finding an outlet there towards the right side. Doesn't go up, chooses to kick it back out to Monroe, to Maisto, to Fitz for the long three, no good. And another foul committed here early on in this game. I believe that one is on Megan Ney. Check that, Megan Merklin. The two Megans confused whether or not it was on Ney or Merklin. The scoreboard is saying that it was committed against Merklin, but Ney is going to take a seat. Stephanie Mitchell checks in for the Blue Jays. Swanson. And an offensive foul. They're committed by Jackie Arico. Now again, back in the hands of the Blue Jays here. Stephanie Mitchell checking into tonight's game. She is the sophomore who checked in for Ney, who just committed the foul. Mitchell, 2.4 points per game out of Roscommon, Michigan. Monroe at the left side finds an open lane and will take it in herself. Nice left-handed layup there by the senior Kelsey Monroe. It's 5-3 here in the first half of play. Carl kicks it to Swanson, back to Carl. Posting up is Yesenia Cabadas. And another foul committed. Maisto commits the foul. And checking into tonight's game for the Cardinals, Kelsey Stone. And number 3, Helen Malaya. She will check in the ball for the Cardinals. Quick pass into Stone as she checks in and quickly finds herself on the free throw line. Kelsey Stone is a freshman out of Batavia, Illinois, also played for Batavia High School. 3 points per game, 2.3 rebounds per game for Kelsey. Her first attempt is good.
Rashida Joyner checks in for the Blue Jays.
The senior, Rashida Joyner, checking in. Again, you are watching in the midst here of senior night on the campus of Elmhurst College. A special night for the Lady Blue Jays as they cast away their last game played at home. What's been a good run for most of these girls that have played all 4 years, just excluding Rashida. She played 3 of the 4 years here at Elmhurst. As Mitchell spots up and takes a nice two-pointer to put the Blue Jays ahead 7-5. Malaya at the top of the key, calling out a play, setting things up for her Cardinal team. And a travel on Yesenia Cabadas, and that'll put the ball back in the hands of the Blue Jays. Just talking about Joyner as she checked into the game. She is a 2-year letter winner here at the Blue Jays. She transferred at the start of the 2009 season and definitely came in and was a contributor to this basketball team, and a good 3 years here. Joyner driving, shifting over, finding Monroe in the corner. Quick pass looking for Joyner, but stolen away by the Cardinals and taken full court by Christine Carl, and a foul, giving her an opportunity for a couple of free ones. Tonight's game between these two teams is quite the rival. Just kind of talking about it earlier, both of these teams have found themselves looking for that 4th spot in the CCIW conference, both at 4-7 records. As Christine Carl puts in her first free throw. And the second is good. Tying this one up here at 14 minutes and 52 seconds to play. Joyner will take the ball and serve as point guard throws it out. Looks like she thought the referee was playing. Literally threw it right to him, looking for Kelsey Monroe. It'll be a turnover by Joyner. Malaya for the Cardinals. Right-handed dribble, left side of the court, brings it to the right side, kicks it out to Swanson. Swanson drives to the middle, no good. Rebound by Kelsey Monroe. Good push up the floor there to Joyner, looking for Mitchell, who's doing a good job posting up, finds Merklin instead. She'll attempt the two-pointer, no good. Swanson bringing the ball down for the Cardinals. And back to reset things is Helen Malaya. Carl, a hesitation there, thinking about the three-pointer, rethinks, reshoots, and scores. Joyner to Mitchell, to Monroe, back to Joyner here. Kim Schwertman in tonight's game now. And coming up with the ball is Malaya, finding Swanson to bail her out. And now it's Cardinal ball. Blue Jays playing a tight man-to-man defense, trying to contain this North Central team who has a lot of quickness. Typically they tend to run down their opponents just kind of by their stamina and ability to run the floor pretty well. Joyner to Schwartman, back to Joyner. Mitchell on the right side, Merklin on the right side, and a layup, good. Megan Merklin always comes to play, you can always count on her. Big players always come out in big games, and talking to Coach Warner tonight is indeed that. Both of these teams fighting. However, the huge loss to North Park earlier in the week just kind of killed a lot of momentum for the Blue Jays. Not fully. However, that was a must win to really be able to battle in this conference. But if Milliken is able to lose 3 and Elmhurst wins 3, there's still a chance. North Central's hoping for the same thing after a win, if they're able to pick up a win tonight. Carl at the top of the key. Looking for Newsom, cannot find. Good defense there by Schwartman to contain the quick Swanson. And a jump ball called. It'll stay on the Cardinals side, but good defense there by the Blue Jays. Another senior checking in now in exchange for Megan Merklin, who will take a seat. CJ Harris. We introduced the seniors in tonight's game, playing for the Blue Jays earlier on as they're celebrating their senior night. And the shot good by Sophie Newsom. And now it's a 12-9 ball game here in the first half. Joyner taking advantage of the pick put on by Mitchell. Harris at the top of the key to Monroe, back to Schwartman. Spots up for the three-pointer, no good. And a foul called. Coach Warner taking the opportunity to rally her team. Foul against the just checked in CJ Harris. Blue Jays, we are just under 8 minutes in tonight's game, and we have already committed 7 fouls, which puts the Cardinals on the line for 1-1. Sophie Newsom, the leader in the free throw percentage for the Cardinals. Unsurprisingly puts her first one in with the opportunity for another one here. As mentioned, Cardinals already in the bonus, and so early on in the first half. Joyner to Monroe, to CJ Harris at the top. Harris sets a screen for Schwartman. Back to Harris, over to Monroe. Thought about the three-pointer, drives in instead, finds Rashida Joyner. And off the backboard for Joyner, back in the hands of the Cardinals now with Christine Carl taking it up the floor. Malaya in control here. Point guard for the Cardinals. Back to Carl. Cabatas with a travel. And a turnover by the Cardinals. A couple of check-ins here for the Blue Jays. Merklin back in, and the freshman Devin Vaughn for the Cardinals. Emily Collins and Jenny Swanson. Joyner at the top of the key. Drives to the left side and swatted away and easily pickpocketed by Helen Malaya. Snuck right in there. Malaya to Swanson. Sophie Newson posting up, screaming for the ball, looking for it from her Cardinal teammate. Carl drives in, loses control, and Schwartman will take handle of it. Nice behind the back move there by Kim. Devin Vaughn, the freshman, to Schwartman. Vaughn, one-handed bounce pass to Merklin. Back to Vaughn, to Joyner, to Schwartman for the shot. Great ball movement. Great shot by Kim Schwartman. And it is 12-14. Elmhurst trying to keep this battle very close, as it typically is between these two teams. Another foul charged against the Blue Jays. Having a tough time here in the early goings of this one. Committing quite a few fouls. Cardinals, as mentioned before, already in the bonus. Devin Vaughn committed her first foul. Team 8th. We've seen Newson on the line a handful of times already in tonight's game. Sophie Newson sinks the first one without a surprise. Talking to head coach Michelle Roof before the game, she, as mentioned kind of earlier, just the competition between these two teams, admits that it definitely exists. It's her first year as the Cardinals basketball coach. She came from Aurora, and she was the coach for the Spartans. Getting some experience now with the Cardinals. C.J. Harris, big layup, and a big opportunity here for the three-point play in C.J. Harris. A good drive by Harris, as mentioned before, just a player that has really stepped up in the second half of the season, and somebody that Coach Warner found that she just wanted to keep on the floor, especially towards the end of contests. Having a player like Harris, she just kind of portrayed a lot of confidence and illustrated that she belongs out there, and has proved that, especially in the second half of the season. Jasmine Tracy over to Jenny Swanson, who sinks the three-pointer. It's an 18-15 ball game here, under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Merklin looking for C.J. Harris, good defense there, and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Blue Jays. Vaughn to check in. Finds Merklin right in front of her. Merklin and C.J. trying to get a connection there, but off the hands of C.J. Harris and back into the hands of the Cardinals. Tracy to Swanson. Back in the hands of Swanson from the three-point line, blocked by the freshman Devin Vaughn. Swanson recovers, resets, feeds the ball into Newson, and Newson will go up and miss that one in the rebound, going to Devin Vaughn. She'll drive up the right side of the court, back in the hands of Kim Schwartman to C.J. Harris. Merklin, hook shot, no good. A lot of back and forth play so far, something that we expected between these two teams. Collins using the left-handed dribble. Finds Newson. Newson drives. Newson, a battler, not afraid to drive, take the ball up, take a risk, which is very much a reason and kind of evident that she leads this team in the free throw percentage. She is not afraid to drive. Newson is a player that has spent 2 years on this North Central College team, averaging 8.1 points per game. Big part of this Cardinal team. Newson sinking the first, another opportunity here. And that one is good. North Central ahead by 5. Newson already rounding up with 9 points in tonight's game. Devin Vaughn to Fitz. Freshman connection there to Schwartman. Back to C.J. Harris. Spots for the 3, no good. Harris, another opportunity. A little closer to the basket and better luck there for C.J. Harris. She's got 5 points so far in the early goings of tonight's game. Malaya passes to Swanson. Swanson to Tracy. Tracy driving in with the left hand, and of course another foul called. No surprise there. This Cardinal team has been driving the lane very well tonight, and I think the foul count is proof of that. 10 fouls against the Cardinals, and a timeout, which may be just the right time for Coach Warner to call the timeout. We're going to take a break as well. You're watching Blue Jay TV. We'll be back after this.
I'd probably say being on the tennis team is the first one. I get along with the guys really well. We just got back from our spring break trip in Hilton Head. That was really fun. It was good team bonding. A lot of people are friendly. I haven't met too many non-friendly people, I'd say. Everybody's pretty welcoming. The life around here, I'd say, is pretty good. I have a job off campus. I teach tennis for kids. My coach helped me out with it. He worked there when he was in high school. I mean, I try to do as much as I can while I'm here.
Back here at Elmhurst College. Welcome back after the short break. Jasmine Tracy is at the foul line for the Cardinals, missing her first one after Megan Fitz committed her second foul, team 10th foul for the Blue Jays. Tracy, no good, 0 for 2 on her free throws. Fitz with the rebound. Schwartman coming up the left side of the floor to Vaughn. Out to Merklin, back to Fitz. Merklin setting a screen for Fitz. And what I believe is another Megan Merklin moving screen, I believe, an illegal screen set by Merklin, and another foul committed by the Blue Jays. Merklin taking a breather after committing her second foul. And Lauren Rhodes is into tonight's game. Christine Carl for the Cardinals drives in the right side, kicks it out to Swanson. Swanson looking for Cabatas but does not have any luck. Megan Fitz taking the ball away, bringing it up the court for the Blue Jays. C.J. Harris at the top to Rhodes, to Fitz. Schwartman, ball fake, moves the ball to Fitz. Another ball fake. Schwartman drives to the middle, finds Mitchell. Mitchell going up for the 2 points and is fouled. That one committed against Emily Collins, her second of the night, team 6th. 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. Mitchell sinks the first one. Stephanie Mitchell, the sophomore out of Roscommon, Michigan. One of 2 players out of Michigan. Her fellow state friend is Lauren Rhodes, who's also in tonight's game right now out of Howell, Michigan. Timeout called by the North Central Cardinals. Another breather allowed by these two teams. We will be right back very shortly.
It's been great. I've been able to achieve some of my goals I've set for myself, and I guess coming to a smaller school in wrestling, I got to be able to start right away and wrestle every year so far. Coming here and be able to compete right away is great. Since coming here in wrestling, I'm a 3-time All-American. I won a national championship this year, went undefeated, 2-time conference champion, conference outstanding wrestler this year. Me and Coach Marinette are pretty close. I go in there all the time and talk to him, not just about wrestling. And since coming here, I've been able to relate closer to my team and the coaches and stuff.
After the 30-second timeout called by head coach of the Cardinals, Roof, we're back in action here. Blue Jay basketball against the North Central Cardinals, and a big turnover there by the Cardinals. Blue Jays back in possession. During the break, Carly Prokop checked in for the Cardinals, as well as Kelsey Stone. Lauren Rhodes with the ball for the Blue Jays, drives left side, and a foul charged against the Cardinals. It'll stay here. Foul against Helen Malaya. And finally putting the Blue Jays at a similar level to the Cardinals in bonus here. 1-and-1 opportunity. Rhodes missing her first one, no opportunity for the second. Helen Malaya. And another foul charged. Malaya will be at the line after that one. Charged to CJ Harris, her second. Team 7th. Just under 7 minutes to play here. BlueJayTV.com is where you're logged in. Home of the Elmhurst College Athletics, and of course the URL underneath that is elmhurstbluejays.com, a website filled with everything Elmhurst athletics. Find out about all your favorite teams, scores, statistics, and updates on elmhurstbluejays.com. Schwartman at the top of the key finding Mitchell. Open lane there for a second. That's going to be a traveling call against Fitz. Fitz just a little excited after a quick pass to her, and she will stay in the game as CJ Harris is going to check out, and the senior Kelsey Monroe will check back into the game. Malaya finding Prokop for the Cardinals. Cabadas looking for Carl. Carl. Quick screen there by Stone, doesn't use it. Back to Malaya, back to Cabadas. Christine Carl drives to the right side, puts up the layup. No good, and a traveling foul anyways. Carl traveling. Couple more check-ins there for the Cardinals. Jenny Swanson. And back into the game, Sophie Newson. Schwartman to Monroe, looking for Mitchell, can't find her. Rhodes to Fitz. Thinks about it, takes it, no good for Fitz. Monroe with the rebound and a foul charged. Boy, oh boy, tonight's game has been full of them. Between these two teams, 18 make that 19 fouls between the two of them, and Monroe is going to get an opportunity at the free throw line, as many other players have already done so tonight, missing the first one. Kelsey Monroe, mentioned her earlier, the senior out of West Chicago. Monroe is the assist leader on this team with 49 and second in steals. Also her three-point percentage puts her at third in rankings on the team. Schwartman, good defense against Malaya. Drives up, can't make it. Fitz with the rebound, rambling that one and finding Rhodes on the right side. Rhodes to Schwartman. Monroe in the corner, good ball fake, drives, finds Mitchell. Rhodes to Schwartman, and it's going to be another, I believe that's a foul. Shocking, right, folks? Another foul called. Cabadas is going to get charged with that one. Stephanie Mitchell a chance. First one good for the sophomore, who has found herself a good amount of playing time this year. Coach Warner, a lot of confidence in her team. Kind of not afraid to start what's been a lot of freshmen. Mitchell puts in the second free throw opportunity. She's been able to start some freshmen that are really, she sees that can develop with this program and add to it, get them a lot of experience, as we're seeing Rhodes guarding Carl right now. And the pass to Stone, no good. Blue Jay ball. But Coach Warner has implemented a lot of play in which she's not afraid to kind of make a statement with the roster and the starting lineups that she's been putting together, especially in the second half, late on in the season. Just kind of proving a point to her team and only going to put out players who belong to be out there and who are truly working hard. Mitchell, one of those players, putting up the layup, putting her team back in this tight matchup between these two teams. Blue Jays up by a point here with just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Newson drives, knocked away, but things will stay with the Cardinals. Malaya will check in the inbounds for the Cardinals. Looking for Swanson, finds her at the top of the key, an opportunity to reset for Swanson, back to Malaya. 9 seconds on the shot clock, Malaya drives in. And another foul, Malaya will get 2 at the line here. Schwartman getting a piece of the foul trouble, her first of the night. Malaya sinks the first one. Helen Malaya, a part of this North Central College roster. Just a junior out of DeKalb, Illinois, went to DeKalb High School, averages 6.7 points per game. Second on the team in steals. Kim Schwartman with the ball at the top of the key. Monroe looking for Mitchell, cannot find. Back to the top to Rhodes. Mitchell, Monroe, spots up for the three-pointer. No good. An opportunity for Schwartman for the rebound. Off the hands of Kim herself. It'll be Cardinal ball. Malaya at the top of the key, doing a good job driving in. No good as she hits underneath the backboard. Schwartman spots up for a close one, no good. Rebound to Monroe, easy put back, 2 points for Kelsey. 25-24, under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Malaya with the ball for the Cardinals. Swanson at the top of the key, being guarded by Monroe. Looking for Stone, who's posting up big time for the Cardinals. Carl drives in the center lane and spots up for an easy shot, no good. Mitchell with the rebound. Lauren Rhodes to navigate to the front court. Monroe to Schwartman. Fitz. Mitchell working hard as serving as the only post player in right now. Fitz is usually served as a shooting guard, a great shooter in Megan Fitz. So Stephanie Mitchell is holding down the post game. After a missed shot there by Fitz, a foul called, and Mitchell will be at the line. Talking a little bit about Mitchell, as she was not so long ago at the free throw line, the sophomore. She's a one-year letter winner for the Blue Jays. She played in 21 games as kind of as a reserve forward. You see her shoot mostly just on the inside. She's averaging 1.4 points per game and 1.7 rebounds per game. And her season high came at 7 points in the Elmhurst win over Robert Morris Springfield on December 16th, 2009. 26-24. Malaya looking for Carl. Carl kicks it to the top of the key to Collins. Back to Newson. Newson, no good. And a foul called. We will find out who is guilty against this one.
Foul charge to Christine Carl.
Christine Carl, number 10 for the Cardinals, committing her second foul. Monroe at the line. Monroe with 5 points tonight, hoping to add to the total right now with a couple of freebies. Does just that. 27-24. With that, she appeared in all 27 contests, including 15 as a starter in the 2009-2010 season. Monroe missing her second shot. And we're back in action here with 2.5 minutes to play. Miscommunication by the Cardinals, Blue Jay ball. Thanks for tuning in to BlueJayTV.com, where you are watching exciting women's college basketball. Elmhurst College Blue Jays and the North Central College Cardinals. Big rivalry between these very closely geographic teams. Close in size as well, in population and enrollment. Just a rival matchup always between the Cardinals and the Blue Jays, not to mention a CCIW bird brawl, and the fact that both of their mascots are birds. Something that I always joke around with being on the softball team. Anytime we play the Cardinals, it's always a must-win for us. Very competitive, these two teams always come to win. Not too far of a drive, Naperville, Illinois, to Elmhurst. Malaya finding Carl at the top of the key. No hesitation there for the three-pointer, no good. And this is Kaylin Witowski. Witowski back to Carl. Carl to Newson, Newson to Malaya. Foul charged against Mitchell. Not only did she kind of shove Sophie Newson, accidentally of course, but she also got a touch of the referee. Referees in tonight's game, Bob Fry, Mike Harlan, and Doran Stewart, keeping eyes on these girls, and they have definitely, well, earned their paycheck tonight. Lots of fouls in tonight's game. A lot of back and forth on the free throw lines for these two teams. Both teams in double bonus. And the first half has been basically a game of free throws. 27-26 here. 1:20 to play. Harris, Rhodes to Mitchell. Looking for Vaughn in the corner. Finds her, back to Rhodes. Monroe. Rhodes off the tip of the fingers. Rekindles the ball there. And Monroe spots up. No good, off the side of the rim there for Monroe. Back in the hands of the Cardinals. Sophie Newson, the drive, no good, and Stephanie Mitchell comes up with the rebound. Rhodes to the center of the court. Foul called. And the Blue Jays will inbounds this one. C.J. Harris looking for an open teammate, finds Monroe and then Vaughn in the corner. Rhodes directing traffic. Monroe at the top. Rhodes open, looks, thinks about it, bounce pass to Mitchell, another pass to C.J. Harris. Not able to let that one fall, but another opportunity here. 0.5 is the difference. Half a second, folks, is the difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Devin Vaughn will take out this one. And things will change directions after a little bit of discussion between the referees. Cardinal basketball. Carl to serve as captain up the court for the Cardinals. Finds Swanson. Swanson left-handed dribble to the other side of the court. Witowski driving in, blocked by C.J. Harris. Witowski throws it in the feet of Kelsey Monroe, so the ball will remain in the hands of the Cardinals. 10.5 to play.
Jackie Orico back in for North Central.
Jackie Orico checking in for the Cardinals. Very likely looking for the senior on this inbounds. Find her there first and foremost, but Newsom will take the two-pointer and sink it herself. 27-26. And check that it is going to be a three-point basket. Again, after the chatting between the referees, they did determine it was a three-point basket. And that'll put the Cardinals up by 2 here with 4.5 seconds to play. Mitchell to Rhodes is going to have to take it up quick herself. Devin Vaughn's going to have to get an open shot. She does, no good. And that is the first half for you folks in completion. North Central ahead by 2, but it's a tough one. Very close between these two teams, Cardinals and the Blue Jays. North Central ahead 29-27 here on your Tuesday night in Elmhurst. We'll be right back with first half analysis and statistics right here on BlueJayTV.com. Stay with us.
I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program. We're like sisters. It was instant friends as soon as I came here. Every year, the seniors get to pick places where we want to go for a tournament. So we've been to California, Colorado, Boston, and it's just been a fun experience because not only do we play volleyball, we also get to do touristy types of things. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close.
It's halftime here. Elmhurst College taking on the North Central College Cardinals tonight. It's been a first half of a lot of fouls. Team foul totals have been just outrageous so far. Free throw percentage, 84% for the Cardinals and 53% for the Blue Jays, mostly because that's the only opportunity they've had to score points. North Central has made literally 5 baskets. However, they have 29 points. 16 out of their 29 come from just simply being on the free throw line. Foul shots 16 points for the Cardinals, 5 baskets made. They're shooting 23.8% here in the first half. Leading the team is Sophie Newson. She has 15 for the Cardinals. 3-point percentage in the first half of the Cardinals, 42.9%, and free throw 84.2. For the Blue Jays, Stephanie Mitchell stepping it up. The sophomore has 8 points. She's the team leader right now in points scored, and right underneath her is Kelsey Monroe. Monroe has 6 so far. Elmhurst has shot 31% from the field goal range, and 3-point percentage has just been a short 10%. 1 of 10 shots have been made from their 3-pointers. Team totals, though, 9 of 29 baskets have been made for the Blue Jays right now, keeping the score at 27-29. Blue Jays just down by 2 points here as you are watching them prepare for the second half against the competitive and oh so much a rivalry between these two teams, the Cardinals and the Blue Jays. We'll see how this one plays out the rest of the second half. Right now, though, with me, we're going to say hello. Gina Veneer here, and kind of taking my rookie debut to the next level. We're going to talk to Eric Ellingson. Thank you, Eric, for being with us here tonight. I'm doing really good. We are going to kind of cue you in and ask you a few questions. You were able to see the first half a little bit, but as I kind of mentioned, it's been a lot of free throws, and probably a tough challenge for these two teams is just to kind of be able to get in a rhythm when that happens. There's constant stopping. Tell me about kind of what you know that in the play in the game.
Yeah, it does look like it's a free throw battle and a rebounding battle as well. I think kind of for the Blue Jays to really step it up, I think they need to win this rebounding battle.
Yeah, it's definitely, absolutely.
And it just comes down to making free throws. I was always taught growing up that you need to make more free throws than the other team attempts. And, that's kind of your key to success. If you could do that, you can win a lot of basketball games.
Well, 19 free throws have been shot by the Cardinals, along with the 15 by the Blue Jays. So it's definitely been kind of a stopping game for these two teams. Eric, talking a little bit about you guys watching the North Central Cardinals here take on the Blue Jays tonight. You guys have a big one tomorrow night. Talk about that game.
We do. We have senior night tomorrow night at home. Prepared these past 2 days for hopefully a great game tomorrow night.
That should be fun, right?
Yeah, kind of a preseason or not even preseason, non-conference schedule. North Central struggled and actually had a worse record than us in the non-conference season, and has come out kind of during conference and really performed well. We have 2 wins in conference and they only have 2 losses. So it should be an interesting matchup tomorrow night. They have a lot of freshmen. And we are kind of junior and senior heavy that do the majority of our scoring and stuff. So it should be a fun game. We'll see if the seniors can really kind of step it up and give North Central a run for their money.
It should be fun, and of course you can find that one on BlueJayTV.com tomorrow night at 7:30 after you watch, of course, the second half of the women's game. Eric, just a little bit, because it is senior night in celebration for not only these ladies here tonight, but for you tomorrow night. As a student athlete, you've been here for 4 years and you've played basketball. Kind of talk to our listeners about that, just being a student athlete, the challenges that come along with it, and also trying to, maintain the heavy schedule that comes with that.
Yeah, being a student athlete, especially at the Division III level, you really have to just love it. And, and I think I do, and I think, kind of our other seniors do. They were able to stick it out for 4 years. We came in with our class of having 11 guys, and we're down to 3 seniors and a transfer graduating with us as well. So kind of being able to manage your time and get involved in other activities, I think is important. To be able to maintain grades and stuff as well.
You've definitely showed that it's important to you, Eric, and the fact that you are very involved on campus. Both Eric and I are orientation student leaders and kind of welcome in the incoming freshmen, or pretty much a spirit to Elmhurst College and kind of build that up, welcome them in, but also talk about your involvement in the Greek life here on campus.
So yeah, fortunately, I had the opportunity to get involved in Greek life as well. I didn't start that right away, but I was asked from the Alpha Tau Omega fraternity to be kind of a founding father and a president of a new fraternity on campus. And it was an awesome opportunity. I took it, and luckily I was able to kind of grow a group that is now at 21 guys and really involved in some great things. We have what's called a Buddy Brigade, which is a Big Brothers program with an autism classroom at Scott School in Franklin Park, which is just an awesome opportunity. So we have a lot of fun with them. And then we also did a big fundraiser this year with Santa Claus. So we dressed up as Santa Claus and elves and did some pictures so we could raise some money for Toys for Tots.
That's excellent. Very cool.
It was
And
a lot of fun.
Eric's just kind of proving the whole student athlete and that you can indeed be a student and an athlete at the same time. Now, does Coach here kind of allow that leniency to be able to make sure you focus on your academics? And I know, Coach Warner does the same, but it's got to be tough time managing and kind of being, again, both that student and the athlete.
He is. We manage it through study tables and stuff like that. But it's a lot of kind of you're on your own. You need to really learn how to manage it on your own. So, he kind of takes care of the basketball part of life,
Sure.
and you're expected to do some of that other stuff. Really kind of take responsibility and grow up quick.
Well, it is so nice to have you alongside. As I was mentioning, this is my rookie debut doing the play-by-play and the color. I'm trying, so hopefully the Blue Jay listeners are kind of bearing with me. But Eric, you helped out a lot, and just proving again that student athletes do exist, and Eric has shown that. So thank you, and good luck tomorrow night.
Well, thank you very much, Gina, and you are doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you. Guys, we'll be right back with the second half of play here. Women's college basketball. Stay with us.
Enjoy the second half, guys.
It's just me now, Gina Veneer, broadcasting for BlueJayTV.com. Big thanks to Eric Ellingson, the senior basketball player for the men's basketball team. But right now, you're tuned into the women's game. Jordan Maisto taking it down the right-hand side of the court, finding Megan Merklin driving. Couple of big strides there for Merklin, and no luck on the layup. Cardinals, Swanson shooting up for the three-pointer, and yes, she does. Right off the bat here in the first 30 seconds of the game, and the Cardinals are now ahead by 5. Sharp start there for the Cardinals, and no surprise here, a foul called within the first minute. Talking a little bit in the first half analysis, just the amount of fouls that we've been seeing between these two teams. Now, I did mention, whether or not it was jinxing or not, that these two teams are very competitive and it is a rival. But ladies, just let's play the game, try to keep it fair. They're just playing aggressive and doing what they do best, playing very aggressive basketball. And we're going to be very excited to see how this one plays out here in the second half. Fitz to Merklin, Monroe at the top. Nay tries off the backboard, no good. Rebound to the Cardinals. Carl, a part of the second half girls on the floor for the Cardinals, and Jenny Swanson again for the attempt, no good. Merklin with the rebound. Maisto screaming out the play to her fellow Blue Jays. On the right side, finds the other freshman in Fitz. Merklin spots up, no good, off the front of the rim. Nay with the rebound to Monroe, wide open on the left side. And a foul charged. Monroe taking up the left-handed layup. She'll have an opportunity to regain those points. Missed after the foul. Monroe. Lots of arc on that one. Gets the friendly roll. Allows that one to bounce in through the net. Kim Schwartman checking in for Megan Fitz. She'll take a breather, accepting a cup of water from the trainer, Matt Pasalacqua. And getting a few tips from her assistant coach. Cardinals with the basketball. Malaya in control. Looking for Carl, finds Collins. Collins driving to the left side. Layup, no good. Rebound, Nay. Kim Schwartman to Monroe. Finds Nay, dribbles in. Big move there, no good on the shot. Rebound to Carl. Carl drives in and out, finds Swanson, who was successful on a three-pointer in the first 30 seconds of the game. Malaya back to Carl again. 7 seconds on the shot clock, and Carl fires in her 2 points. 29-34, Blue Jays down And they're going to get a shot here. Kim Schwartman looking for the pick from Ney, finds it. Merklin spots up. No good on her attempt. Carl with the ball to Swanson, looks for a three-pointer, decides no, kicks it back to Newson. Newson spots up, no good. And back in the hands of the Cardinals with Swanson now to Carl. Back and forth between those two. Malaya at the top of the key. 2 points in for Helen Malaya, adding to her point total now at 6 for the Cardinals. Monroe looking for Merklin, finds her, big move in, and the shot no good, but Merklin will get an opportunity here with 2 freebies.
Foul charge to Newsom. First, second, third team foul at the free throw line for the Blue Jays.
That foul committed by Sophie Newson. Megan Merklin, spins out on the first attempt. And regains it with the second, putting it in, making it a 30-36 game. Malaya to Carl. Carl will reset her offense for the Cardinals and drive in herself. Sophie Newson, no good. Tries for the rebound herself. And it'll be Blue Jay basketball.
Violation, Elmhurst ball out of bounds.
Elmhurst needed overtime the last 2 times these 2 teams came together. North Central and Elmhurst, between the last 2 meetings, North Central took that one away 78-71. Kim Schwartman, no good. And Carl will regain the ball for the Cardinals. Malaya calling out the play. And Emily Collins takes one up, but no good. Megan Ney with the rebound. Schwartman dribbles to the right side, finds Maisto at the top of the key. Monroe in the corner. Back to Maisto, who's wide open for the three-pointer, no good. Malaya again, taking it up herself, no good on the drive. Merklin with the rebound. And using her force to pull it away. Blue Jay basketball, also Blue Jay timeout. Coach Warner's gonna call this one. We will reset with the Blue Jays. Coach Warner going to take an opportunity to chat with her girls and reset this game. 15 minutes to play here in the second half. From what we've seen so far, North Central leading 36-30. They've committed 3 fouls in the second half.
All of our Girl Scout and Y basketball program.
As I briefed before, these 2 teams, the last time they met, January 25th in Naperville, Merklin paced Elmhurst with 22 points. Monroe, she had 19 in the contest. Jackie Arico totaled 26 points, though, in the game against the Cardinals and Blue Jays on the 25th of January. Here we're at it again, though, in Elmhurst, Illinois. Merklin for 3. No good. Almost rebounded by Megan Ney. Ball will stay in the hands of the Blue Jays. Megan Ney will inbounds this one. Merklin back to Ney as she checks in, and big 2 points there by Megan Ney. Great connection. It's the Megan and Megan connection. Ney to Merklin, back to Ney, right as she steps inbounds. Very well executed inbounds play by the Blue Jays. And now 3-point play opportunity for Megan Ney.
Megan Ney at the free throw line, one shot.
Talking a little bit about the junior in Ney, 12.4 points per game. She's out of Carroll Stream, Illinois, misses her free throw. Blue Jays down by 4. Swanson finds Newson, Newson to Carl. Swanson to Newson again. Skip pass to Carl. Carl at the free throw line, no good. Off the fingertips of Ney, into the hands of Kim Schwartman. She'll take it up the court. All the way driving, and you better believe it, Kim Schwartman. She surprised herself. A nice play there by Kim Schwartman. 3-point play opportunity here as she sinks the layup. Foul committed by Christine Carl, her 3rd personal foul, team 5th. Schwartman sinks that and puts her team just behind by 1 point here. 14 minutes to play in the second half, and a foul called against Schwartman. Getting a little bit too excited there. Kim very far away from the basket committing that foul. However, only the first team foul here in the second half. Kim's 2nd personal. But her emotions got the best of her. Can't blame her after that solid 3-point play last possession. Malaya with the ball for the Cardinals. Drives in. As the Cardinals do best is something we saw throughout the first half. Just everybody taking control when they get the opportunity to get the offense running. Really for this Cardinal team is just one that drives to the middle. And whether or not they're able to find an open lane, they seem to create an opportunity to either find themselves on the free throw line or an easy 2 points. Swanson in the middle, no good. And after a few fingertips of both teams, it'll be Blue Jay ball. Lauren Rhodes checking in for Kim Schwartman. So you've got Maisto, Merklin, Rhodes, Monroe, and Mitchell. Rhodes finds Monroe to bail her out. Merklin in the corner, drives in, yes, big 2 points. However, those 2 points will not be put on the scoreboard. Coach Tethany Warner not happy about that last call against Megan Merklin, which was an offensive foul. Charged against Merklin. Well, with what could have been an opportunity for the Blue Jays to get ahead of this Cardinal basketball team, turned into Cardinal basketball again here. 3 team fouls for the Blue Jays, 3 personal fouls for Megan Merklin. Very likely Megan Ney awaits to check in for Merklin. Helen Malaya adding to her point total in 8 after making that shot for the Cardinals. Mitchell to Rhodes. Rhodes to Mitchell. Monroe in the corner looking for Merklin, can't find her. Megan Ney checking in for Megan Merklin. Monroe will check in the inbounds. To Ney, quick shot, no good. Off the back of the rim, and a foul charged. Cardinal basketball. Stephanie Mitchell, that is her 2nd personal foul, team 4th. Helen Malaya with the ball to take control at the top of the key. Malaya drives in. Right-handed layup going up for that shot. No good. However, she will find herself at the free throw line. Again, mentioning just the drive in this Cardinal team is what is putting them ahead in this game so far. That foul charged to Lauren Rhodes, her 1st personal, team 5th. Malaya sinks her first one. Cardinals up by 4. Helen Malaya has been an active player in this ball game. She's got 10 points. That shot putting her in the double-digit marking. Rhodes, a rainbow pass to Monroe. Monroe thinking about that three-point shot, instead finds Ney, who after the layup attempt is fouled. Cabadas is charged with that foul. Cabadas has committed 3 personal fouls in tonight's game. Megan Ney sinks her first. Blue Jays within 4. Ney tonight has 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 for 5 on the floor. Make it 6 points for Megan Ney. Malaya dribbles past Rhodes easily. Nice move to the basket, and that's 2 points for Helen Malaya. That is somebody that the Blue Jays absolutely need to take control of. Tame that girl. She's on fire right now. Ney to Mitchell. Mitchell to Monroe. No good in the hands of Rhodes' attempts, and Ney back up again, no good. Malaya will round that one up, and the Cardinals on a run. Jenny Swanson with 2 points for the Cardinals. Blue Jays have got to do something on this possession, and something that will be taken in the hands of Coach Warner is a timeout to be able to talk things through and troubleshoot a little bit for these Blue Jays. North Central 42, Elmhurst College 37. We'll be right back after this timeout. Stay with us here on Blue Jay TV.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst, I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I've played soccer and I'm in the nursing program. Kind of everything just fell together. The team was just so nice and welcome. My freshman year we went to Brazil for preseason, and that was the coolest thing ever. So it was just our team. We stayed at this big soccer resort, and there was all these fields and all these little kids playing, and then we just had our own field, and we played against different Brazilian teams. It's been great, and I've made so many new friends. The soccer aspect, I think that I've family there, and I just love it.
Back here on BlueJayTV.com. You're watching the contest between the Elmhurst College Blue Jays and the North Central College Cardinals. Talking a little bit about kind of these two teams, North Central tonight enters the contest riding a 2-game winning streak. They beat North Park last Tuesday, then topped Carthage on Saturday. So that is definitely a momentum booster for the Cardinals here tonight against the Blue Jays. Rhodes to Monroe at the top of the key. Rashida Joyner in tonight's game in the second half. Merklin, big 2 points there for Merklin. Blue Jays definitely sticking with this team tonight. Traveling call there by Malaya. That's one way to stop her in the lane. The Blue Jays only down by 5 against the Cardinals, who have held the lead pretty much throughout the game. Rhodes, a nice drive to the basket and fouled on her way down. Just a little bit of a mix-up there. A great drive by Lauren Rhodes. Now her team is within 3 points, just over 11 minutes to play in the second half. Lauren Rhodes, the 5'6" freshman, She was a 3-year letter winner at Howell High School. Mentioned before, she came from Michigan. First team all-conference honors during her junior and senior seasons. Lauren Rhodes has been an active member for the Blue Jays this year, even as a freshman. Christine Carl with the ball for the Cardinals. Swanson back to Carl. Out of bounds. The Cardinals will remain in possession of this one here. Just a few troubles with the scoreboard there. Clock didn't start. We will reset things again. Christine Carl to take out the ball for the Cardinals. Finding Malaya. She'll set things up for the Cardinals here. Malaya driving in the right-hand side. Drives up, no good. Rebound, Megan Ney. Rashida Joyner. Joyner to Monroe. Megan Ney working hard in the post. Merklin's looking to feed her, will drive instead herself, just off the backboard, no good. Ney with the rebound, up and in. Megan Ney, big 2 points there. It's gonna tie things up here at 44. Megan Ney putting her team just in balance with this North Central Cardinal basketball team. We'll break. It's BlueJayTV.com. Stay with us.
It's tough trying to balance homework and practice, but I feel like our coaches stress academics to a point where you have to succeed. I'm actually a hometown kid. I grew up in Elmhurst. When the football team approached me, it was kind of like a lock, you know? I get to go to school in my hometown, play football. When you get to play something that you love, along with getting that education, it's priceless. Coming here, I was just surprised at how close everybody is on campus. I know pretty much everybody in terms of athletics on the campus. You will not want to leave this place come senior year. I'm going to live up this last year that I got for everything that's worth.
Just over halfway through, just under halfway through here in the second half. You're watching Blue Jay basketball. The Lady Blue Jays taking on the Cardinals, and what we have just seen in the last minute was Megan Ney tying things up for the Blue Jays. It's all tied up at 44 here with 10 minutes and 16 seconds to play in the second half. Malaya with the ball for the Cardinals to the right side. Finds Swanson at the top of the key. She will take a long shot and sink it for the Cardinals. Wow. Jenny Swanson, 11 points for her tonight. Lauren Rhodes driving to the middle, looking at Rashida Joyner in the corner to Monroe. Back to Megan Ney. Megan Ney shoots, fires, scores. Megan Ney would be somebody that we would love to see just kind of get a fire underneath her. These last under 10 minutes to play in the second half, she could be that girl that brings this team ahead and lets them stay ahead. Malaya no good on the basket attempt. Rashida Joyner to take the ball up for the Blue Jays on the left side. Monroe in the corner, no good on the three-point attempt. Rhodes though with the rebound. Megan Ney to Merklin, Merklin to Joyner, Joyner. And Kelsey Monroe, after the pass from Joyner, travels, and it'll be turnover on Monroe. Collins inbounds to Swanson. Swanson will take control herself. Malaya will be on the right side. Malaya to Newson. Newson drives in the left side. Left-handed layup up and in. Well, Newson is definitely stepped up in tonight's game, 17 points for her effort in tonight's game. Rhodes mishandling, regains herself to Ney, to Merklin. Merklin up and fouled. No good on the shot, but she'll get an opportunity here to sink 2. Her team down by 3. Cardinals 8 fouls, which puts the Blue Jays in the bonus. However, that shot was a shot attempt, so Megan Merklin will get a for sure 2. Free opportunity here. Sinks her first one. Blue Jays within 2 points. Schwartman checking in. Joyner going to take a break. Also, Emily Collins taking a break, as Cabatas is back in the game for the Cardinals. Christine Carl fires a 3-pointer, and she sinks it with ease. Lauren Rhodes with the ball for the Cardinals. Monroe to Schwartman. A lot of shooting guards on the floor, and then you have Merklin and Ney holding things down in the postgame. Kim Schwartman for the shot. No good. Ney almost with the rebound, mishandles it. It'll be Cardinal basketball. CJ Harris into the game now for Kelsey Monroe. The switch of seniors there. Celebrating senior night tonight here at Elmhurst College. A special game for these ladies, as it is the last home game as their season is winding down. And their home games. This is it for the Blue Jays. And of course, our last Blue Jay TV broadcast for the Lady Blue Jays. However, tune in tomorrow night for the men's game against the North Central College Cardinals as well. Megan Ney drive to the middle. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound by Cabatas. Carl taking control on the right side, keeps it. Finds Newson. Newson to Cabatas. Cabatas sneaks it into Kelsey Stone, and she puts in an easy 2 points. She's got 6 points total on the night. Lauren Rhodes now with the ball for the Blue Jays. Drives in, kicks it out to Merklin, to Schwartman, to Harris, to Ney, and to the basket. Big 2 points there by Megan Ney, 50-56. Blue Jays down by 6 with under 7 minutes to play. Cabatas at the top of the key looking for some help, and her Cardinal team takes it herself though. No good. Rebound, CJ Harris. Rhodes to Merklin. Merklin for 3. You better believe it. 3 points for Megan Merklin, proving that she can not only be a threat on the inside, but the outside as well. And that forces the North Central College Cardinals head coach Michelle Roof to call a timeout. We'll break here. Blue Jays down by 3 with 6.5 minutes to play. It's BlueJayTV.com.
I'd probably say being on the tennis team is the first one. I get along with the guys really well. We just got back from our spring break trip in Hilton Head. That was really fun. It was good team bonding. A lot of people are friendly. I haven't met too many non-friendly people, I'd say. Everybody's pretty welcoming. The life around here, I'd say, is pretty good. I have a job off campus. I teach tennis for kids. My coach helped me out with it. He worked there when he was in high school. I mean, I try to do as much as I can while I'm here.
Back here in action, college basketball, you're tuned in. 53-56, your Elmhurst College Blue Jays down by 3 against the rival Cardinals. Carl with the ball to Jenny Swanson. Back to Carl. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Carl drives in the center lane. Can't find any help. Will take it up herself and is successful. Wow, Carl just kind of just a lucky shot there. Blue Jays have got to get their self together, especially on offense. Kim Schwartman pickpocketed there. Back on defense, however, a foul called. And we will wait to see. That one's going to be on Kim Schwartman. with the block, though she tried to hustle herself way back on defense. Still got charged with the foul, and that'll be Jenny Swanson on the line for the Cardinals. Swanson sinks her first. Malaya checking in for the Cardinals. Schwartman sitting for the Blue Jays. Jordan Maisto with the ball. Calling out the play. Mitchell skip past to Monroe. Monroe driving in the center lane. Left-handed layup, no good. Mitchell, though, rebounds. She's very active in tonight's game. Back in action there is Mitchell. 10 points for her tonight. We're back within 5 here. Make that 4. North Central up 59-55. Malaya at the top of the key to Carl. And an offensive foul charge to Jenny Swanson for the Cardinals. 9th team foul there, her first personal foul for Swanson. What's been in the second half, a lot less fouls than, of course, what we saw in the first half. However, 23 free throw attempts for the Cardinals and 26 thus far for the Blue Jays. Swanson finding the ball in her hands, drives it down for the Cardinals, and here's Malaya. Carl at the top of the key. Now it's Malaya driving into the center lane. And there she goes again with an easy 2 points. Little double team defense there down low could be helpful against Malaya, who's been absolutely a threat with 14 points. Make that tonight. Stephanie Mitchell, no good on her shot attempt. Megan Merklin going for the rebound, and it'll be Cardinal ball. After that one tipped off the hands of Megan Merklin, it'll be Cardinal basketball. 62-55 here in the second half. North Central ahead. Trip up there by Malaya, regains herself. And an offensive foul called on Helen Malaya. Back and forth ball game you've been watching so far tonight. Just over 4 minutes left in this one. And as we anticipated, what was going to be a tight battle between these two teams that always seem to kind of go neck and neck, and games that usually just go down to the wire within the last couple of seconds. Megan Merklin, yes, 2 points for the junior. And the foul, she's at the free throw line. 3-point play opportunity here for Merklin. That foul committed against Christine Carl. Her 4th personal. Merklin sinks it. And the Blue Jays within 4. Malaya gonna sit after she committed her 3rd foul. And Carl with the ball for the Cardinals. Swanson at the top of the key to Arico, who spots up, but no good. And Maisto will drive down the court with 3.5 to play. Monroe to Ney. Ney up and in. Big 2 points there for Megan Ney, 60-62. Blue Jays down by 2 points here. And an attempt there by Jackie Arico, no good. Blue Jay basketball, Monroe to Ney. Ney to the wide open Merklin, yep. Well, somebody left Megan Merklin wide open underneath the basket. which of course is a good thing for the Blue Jays. All tied up here, 62 even in the second half. We're right at 3 minutes to play. We'll be right back.
It's been great. I've been able to achieve some of my goals I've set for myself, and I guess coming to a smaller school in wrestling, I got to be able to start right away and wrestle every year so far. Coming here and be able to compete right away is great. Since coming here in wrestling, I'm a 3-time All-American. I won a national championship this year, went undefeated, 2-time conference champion, conference outstanding wrestler this year. Me and Coach Marinette are pretty close. I go in there all the time and talk to him, not just about wrestling. And since coming here, I've been able to relate closer to my team and the coaches and stuff.
Thanks for spending your Tuesday night with us here at Senior Night at Elmhurst College. 3 minutes left in this ball game. You've seen a good one so far, an entertaining basketball game between these two teams, the North Central College Blue Jays and, of course, the North Central College Cardinals and the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Now, these two teams have definitely been a rival throughout the years. As we mentioned before, very close in geographics, just very close, Naperville and Elmhurst, but both of these teams just a tough rival between the two of them. And we've seen that absolutely here tonight. Should be exciting to see how these last 3 minutes play out. It's been back and forth ball game for these two. Emily Collins to Carl at the top of the key. Carl to Newson. Newson drives in, looks back out to Swanson, who's been hot on the outside shot. No good there. And a foul called. Megan Ney with her third personal foul after that one. Christine Carl shooting for the Cardinals here. She sinks her first shot, Christine Carl, the senior out of Lockport, Illinois. Just this season, she's started in 24 games for the Cardinals. And off the front of the rim for Carl on that attempt. Cardinals up by 1 here with Monroe at the top of the key to C.J. Harris. Harris to Merklin. Back to Monroe and Maisto at the top. Skip pass to Merklin. And just too tough to handle. Kind of a risky skip pass there by Maisto, which leads to a turnover by the Blue Jays. Back in the hands of the Cardinals here with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to play. Cardinals a lot of inside play tonight, but that time no luck there, as the turnover against Emily Collins and her Cardinal team will put the ball back in the hands of the Blue Jays. Maisto will take control here with under 2 minutes to play. Elmhurst down by a point. Merklin looking for Ney, finds her. Ney drives in. Yes, count it, 2 points. Megan Ney has had a strong second half. She's got 16 points in her total efforts tonight. Hoping to add to that, 1.5 minutes to play. Carl spots up, blocked by C.J. Harris. Blue Jay ball. Maisto will control things, slow it down a bit, set something up, and instead, something will be set up and played out for Coach Warner and her Blue Jays. Timeout called, will break as well. Stick with us. It's Blue Jay TV.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program. We're like sisters. It was instant friends as soon as I came here. Every year, the seniors get to pick places where we want to go for a tournament. So we've been to California, Colorado, Boston, And it's just been a fun experience because not only do we play volleyball, we also get to do touristy types of things. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close.
Back here, BlueJayTV.com. Thanks for joining us. Gina Vanier riding solo tonight. It's just me. Rookie broadcast opportunity for me. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. You've seen a good game, though, against the Cardinals and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays up now by a point. Monroe will check in. The ball to Harris. Harris looking for Ney, who's posting up strong, and yeah! She puts it in for 2 points. Megan Ney, big basket there. Blue Jays up by 3. Now things will start to get even more exciting for you folks watching. Blue Jays up by 3. Swanson at the top of the key. Now to Collins. Collins attempting the three-pointer, no good. This is an opportunity for the Blue Jays to get ahead here. If they can sink a shot, we're talking 2-point. At least a 2-pointer here. Makes it a 2-possession ball game. Huge for the Blue Jays. Ney drives in, looks for Harris. Harris on the outside for the 3. No good, off the front of the rim. Malaya looking for the wide open Arico. Takes it in the left-handed side. Cannot produce there. However, she can get a couple of freebies here. Free throw attempts. 33.8 seconds left in the game. That's Harris's 3rd personal foul. 8th team foul for the Blue Jays. Jackie Arico will put up 2. She had a strong game the last time these two teams met. 26 points and 13 rebounds to lead the Cardinals. However, the Blue Jays came away with the win against the Cardinals the last time these two teams met. 29 to play, 25 seconds on the shot clock. And things will break again. Foul charged. Kelsey Monroe on the line for the Blue Jays now. Cardinals will regroup as the Blue Jays talk things over as well. Christine Carl committing her 5th team foul for the Cardinals. They have a total of 10 team fouls. Carl will leave tonight's game, and checking in for Carl is Jackie Arico. Jenny Swanson on the floor. Sophie Newson. Of course, the solid Helen Malaya, who's showed up big time for the Cardinals as Kelsey Monroe sinks her first free throw attempt as the second one goes up and in. 68 to 63, Blue Jays up by 5, 25 seconds to play. And the game clock and the shot clock go dark. 19 seconds to play, shot by Swanson, no good. Big rebound there by CJ Harris. And a foul called. CJ Harris and her Blue Jays will head to the other side of the court, as Harris will try for 2 here. CJ, the senior, amongst the 4 seniors tonight celebrating senior night before the game, and post-game will also include some activities. A lot of youth in tonight's game. The Blue Jays will be signing autographs after the game. CJ Harris missing her first one, the senior again out of Calumet Park, Illinois. CJ, a 3-year letter winner here at Elmhurst. And no good for the second shot. Blue Jays up by 5, 13 seconds to play. Game winding down. Sophie Newson takes the shot, no good. And Kelsey Monroe along with Jackie Arico. Jump ball. North Central with an opportunity here. 5 seconds to play. The Blue Jays ahead by 5. Could be tough for the Cardinals to come back. We'll see how it all plays out. We'll break. Stick with us for the end of tonight's game on BlueJayTV.com.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst. I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual like well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I've played soccer and I'm in the nursing program. Kind of everything just fell together. The team was just so like nice and welcome. My freshman year we went to Brazil for preseason, and that was like the coolest thing ever. So it was just our team. We stayed at this big like soccer resort, and there was like all these fields and all these little kids playing, and then we just had our own field, and we played against different Brazilian teams. It's been great, and I've made so many new friends. The soccer aspect, I think that I've kind of got a family there, and I just love it.
And there you can see some youthfulness in the audience tonight, some future Elmhurst College Blue Jay basketball players. It's exciting to see the fans coming out tonight. As mentioned, it's senior night, and the girls do a good job of getting everybody active and inviting the Elmhurst community along to watch their game. Up by 5 here, 5 seconds to play. North Central with the ball. Gonna try for a three-point shot here. No good. Rebound, Kelsey Monroe, the senior, taking away the ball, and the Blue Jays taking away the game. 68-63 is your final. Blue Jays, big win against the North Central College Cardinals. Nice to see the ladies take this one away at home, being that it is senior night. It's an important game for the Blue Jays if they're able to continue on in this winning streak. And of course, with a few losses within the CCIW conference, they do indeed still have a chance. Big players in tonight's game. Megan Ney stepped it up in the second half. She had 18 points in her total. Megan Merklin, 16 points. A good game by all of the Lady Blue Jays to round things out tonight as you're watching them leave the court and huddle up with Coach Warner. Definitely pleased in tonight's game. As she mentioned, she just wanted to take this game just for the sake of the seniors and allow them to kind of go away with on a happy note. And they have done just that. 68-63, your final here in Elmhurst. The Blue Jays over the Cardinals. We'll break, and we will come back with the final game analysis for you here on BlueJayTV.com, and maybe even talk to Coach Warner herself. Stick with us here on Blue Jay TV.
With athletics in school, it's just, with me, I did it all throughout high school, so I needed to do sports in order to stay focused. I run cross country in the fall and track in the spring. I was injured my freshman year, and I just felt like so off track. It didn't feel natural. Like, I think a lot of the students coming from high school and coming to D3, it's like what they need to stay focused. I mean, if you could do it in high school, you could do it here. The bigger schools, you don't have the coach time like you do here. You can just join the team and just have fun. We actually just went to Tennessee for a spring break trip, so it was different. It was a lot of fun being able to travel. We had 2 first place finishes, so it was kind of impressive. It's nice having like that other family aside from like, you know, being at home because you're with them all the time. Don't be afraid to go out there and try new things.
Alongside Coach Warner, it's Gina Vanier here on BlueJayTV.com. Folks, thanks a lot for tuning in tonight and sticking with us on your Tuesday night. You saw some exciting basketball. Coach Warner, you got to be pleased with tonight's game and taking away the one here at home.
I am. You know, North Central, we always play them. I mean, we have the closest games against them. They seem to be our biggest rival when it comes down to the winning by the fewest amount of points. So I'm excited that we won tonight.
Of course, you're probably wishing that it wouldn't have came down so much to the wire as you've kind of seen in the past in your games, coming down to a lot of close games, and talk about how you just were able to get ahead, though you were behind throughout a lot of the game, and get ahead and come away with the win.
You know, we had a size advantage, and we got, I would say, one of their best players, 21, Jackie, in foul trouble, which helped out huge. And we didn't gain, I would say, as quickly as what I thought we would have. But, you know, hand it to the girls. They really just stayed patient. They didn't panic, and they got the ball inside, and they knew what we could do to beat them.
Well, you talked about Arico, who the last time you guys met, she just dominated with 26 points, though, of course, you won that game as well. But Megan Ney stepping it up for you guys tonight.
She did. She had a huge game. I mean, she made some very difficult shots with 2 or 3 girls hanging on her. A lot of times I always think that our post players are so strong inside they don't always get the foul called for them because they don't look awkward. They, you know, they finish a lot of their shots. So she's done a really nice job of focusing and putting that shot in with 2 or 3 girls on her.
Well, congrats on the win tonight. Talk about just kind of the significance of, for your senior girls, and talking with you before the game, you've been here for 4 years, and some of these girls, of course, you've seen them starting at their freshman year grow and develop. And just the opportunity for them to, the last home game, have a win. It's got to mean a lot to you and the girls.
It does, and I think that's one of the special privileges or moments you have as a coach, is to really see them develop when they come in as a freshman and how much they mature all the way through the senior year. So as a coach, that just gives you the proudest feeling that you have, because you see how they've grown into the player they can be. And to get a win on senior night, you can't write it up any better than that.
Absolutely. A big win here for the Blue Jays at home. Thanks to Coach Warner for joining me. Good luck against Wheaton, and congrats on tonight's win.
Thank you, Gina.
Thanks, guys. We will close it out here. Blue Jays taking this one away at home against the North Central College Cardinals. Big win for the Blue Jays here on senior night. Thanks for tuning in to BlueJayTV.com. As for me, it's Gina Veneer, Glenn Leigerberg, the director, Kevin Jude, the producer. Good night, everybody.